Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. Appreciate you taking out time to check out this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All appreciated. So today we are talking about one of the most legendary samurais, right? Known throughout the land for his skill and prowess. And I'm not talking about Ghost of Tsushima. Not quite. Not yet. In due time. I'm talking about the legendary Jubei Yagyu from the Onimusha series. Onimusha 2, in fact. Now, for me personally, this is one of my favorite Onimusha games. This and Dawn of Dreams are probably 1A and 1B for me. If you are unfamiliar with the Onimusha series, let me give you a quick background on it. It was made originally as a kind of feudal era version of Resident Evil, and it became something totally different. But in each of the games, you play a hero who is fighting demons because Nobunaga Oda made a contract with them, and he out here running things, and he's bad, and you got to take him out. So in this particular one, you play Jubei Yagyu, and Nobunaga soldiers basically destroy his village, kill all his people. He out here for some vengeance. So that's what you do, and you figure out that you chosen as it is one to be. And you get to start taking down these demons and using their power against them. Because every time you kill a demon, you can absorb their energy and you can use that to upgrade your weapons. And you get a handful of different weapons in this game. You can also use that energy to upgrade your armor. So, it's always good to get stronger and get some more defense. And the other cool thing is in this game, when you upgrade things, they change visually. So you can see the improvements to your equipment as you upgrade them. I know that sounds kind of like standard fare these days, but back then this was a big deal, okay? This is also one of the last games to use pre-rendered backgrounds, which Capcom used to be really big on. If you played the Resident Evil games, you play, the Dino Crisis games, things like that, you saw they used the pre-rendered backgrounds with the characters. I really think this is one of the prettier graphics styles that they used, especially during this time. I always enjoyed Capcom games for the pre-rendered backgrounds, in addition to the fantastic gameplay and stories and characters that are so memorable. But this is one of the last games to use it, and you can see it's not the prettiest game, but it gets the job done. It's efficient. It's a PS2 game. Cut it some slack. All right. If we get an HD remake of a Capcom series, it should be this, just so we can get some HD versions of these backgrounds. I know they're not going to do it, but I'm just throwing it out there. I speak it into existence. But no, this game is really cool because, it still uses the tank controls, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually a lot of control. You can dodge, you can slide left or right when people are attacking you. If you time your attacks as they're getting ready to attack you, you could do like a critical strike and instantly kill a lot of the enemies. So you feel really strong as you play, and as you get the hang of the controls and you get used to everything, you feel like you can take on most situations in the game. Capcom does this thing in this one though, that they keep track of the number of saves that you make during your playthrough, and I don't personally appreciate it because I feel like they're pointing out something like, look how many times you're saving. There's no reason to do that. Don't do that to me. I don't need to be, I don't need to have that blasted every time I save the game. Just do it and then tell me at the end like you used to. But it's just me being petty. I don't want to see it because I don't want to get self-conscious. But then you got puzzles and things. There's a lot of like optional things you can do in the game. For example, you have different companions that you meet, and you can give them items. And if you give them items, they may give you items in return, but they also may give you things like secret moves for your weapons. You can also find those moves from different puzzles that you can solve. And the cool thing about the puzzles is you get unlimited tries, so you can just keep going over and over, no matter how many times you mess up, because all we got to do is get it right one time. That's all I'm here for. Just do it right once and, I get out the way. So it doesn't matter if it takes me a dozen times. I still got it open. But yeah, I think the Onimusha series is severely underrated. As time kind of went on, they focused more on the Devil May Cry series, which I understand. But I feel like the Onimusha series definitely deserves a revive. And if you have the opportunity to play these games, I definitely recommend so. There's not a bad one in the series. That's the other part that I always thought was really cool. You have the first three, and then you have Dawn of Dreams, and honestly, they got better each time, especially like from the controls and gameplay standpoint. But I don't know, something about 2, I was always like, I really liked it. I really like I really like Jubei, and I like the different characters that he meets. You know, they all have their different styles, and if you give them gifts and you get the relationships up, they help you during battles, which is really cool. It's because, trust me, sometimes you're gonna need it, because the enemies can surround you and they can give you the business. So it's always cool when you can get the different characters to help you out, and they all have different personalities, and you know, there's always some cool interactions between them. So I always thought that this game had a lot of personality, and I'm big on that when it comes to video games. Give me a colorful cast, and I'm hooked. I'm in there, right? Give me some characters to latch on to laugh at, and to enjoy the banter, and I'm in there. I'm in. I think that's one of the things that games can do such a great job of, is just conveying the camaraderie between the characters. So I really like this game. If you have not played any of those games in the series, I highly recommend you to do so. If you have played these games, especially number 2, what were your thoughts on it? Did you like it? You know, where do you rank it amongst the Onimusha games? I know where you should rank it, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And as always, appreciate you taking our time to check out the video. Have fun, be safe, peace.